Welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I'm Danielle D, or Coach Danni D, and I help women to create luxury brands by creating processes and tightening their branding. This is where we talk about how to build your business in a way that allows you to work with ease and enjoy your life. My happy space is spending as much time as humanly possible in my pajamas. And I want to help others to find their happy space while still running profitable businesses. So get comfortable and let's dig in. Hello and welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I am your host, Coach Danni D, and the purpose of this podcast is really to help people find that joy in their life, that joy of having a fulfilled life, a business that is thriving, but also a life that they are enjoying. So there's this belief that, you have to grind, and keep going all the time to be successful in business. And I know that that is not true. I know that a lot of times, what we're working towards may be a dollar amount and it may not we may not even be working towards that in the best way possible because we're so fixated on that dollar amount that we're not paying attention to what we're sacrificing to get there. And depending on where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do, you can still hit that dollar amount if that dollar amount is that important to you. But you can have overall success. So you can have a thriving business and you can also be successful in your personal life. You can also be enjoying life. So that is the focus of the podcast. I want to jump into today's topic. And so today I want to talk about finding your tribe. So finding those people that are yours, finding those people that will help you along the journey. I say often to people in my tribe, thank you for sharing this journey of life with me because really that's what you're doing. You were here for whatever time period we're going to be here. And there are people that are a part of that journey that are close in that journey. So, one, I want to talk about the importance of having that tribe. So, the importance is, it makes the journey a little bit more meaningful, more tolerable, because there are going to be moments in the journey where you're not going to be at your best. There are going to be moments in the journey where you need, some support, some reassurance. There are going to be moments in the journey where you just need to laugh. There are going to be all kinds of moments that happen within the journey. And you want to have people with you that make that journey worthwhile. And, depending on where you are in life, what you're doing in life, that tribe makes a difference as well because, sometimes, nobody else understands. So that could be for various reasons. So as entrepreneurs, not everybody is an entrepreneur. They don't understand. If they're not, they don't understand the journey sometimes. Um, Even within the entrepreneurial space, people have different perspectives. So, I know I've been in spaces where I'm with other entrepreneurs and I'm "Uh, I like this person, I admire this person, but we just have a different perspective, a point of view about how to navigate the entrepreneurial journey. So having people in my tribe that are on the same or similar journey is important as well. Now, that being said, having people in your tribe that are not is also important because it brings different perspective. So, I don't just stay within my industry. I don't just stay within my point of view. As far as who's in my tribe, I do try to find people who are in alignment with my overall success story and goals. But that may not be a person that believes what I believe fully or that is going down the same path. They may be going down a different path, but there's value there as well because they're bringing in a different perspective, another way of looking at things. Or even though I may not want to do things 100% the way that they're doing them, they may pull me in a way that I need to be pulled. So I might not want to be, like I've never been a super salesy person. I'm not that person. That's just not who I am. Um I feel like I can communicate value to you, but I'm not that person. But I have people in my circle who are that person. And even though I don't want to be that person, they still pull out of me a little bit more of that nature that's necessary for business. So they may, challenge me in certain ways to rethink some things, or I may still do things my way, but there are pieces and parts there that resonate. I don't want to get caught up on that too much though. I want to talk about this tribe and building this tribe and how important this tribe is. So again, you want your tribe to be diverse. You definitely want your tribe to be full of people who are supportive of your journey and see your value. I think sometimes where we mess up is that um we have people who are not that too close to our inner circle, because your tribe can have layers. You can have people in your tribe that are, super close and in the inner circle of your tribe. And you can have people that are on some outer rings of your tribe. But sometimes we put people in the wrong places. So maybe that person that's not really supportive or doesn't see your vision, maybe they don't need to be in the thick of the inner circle. They maybe they need to be, a few rows back. Maybe they need to be in the cheap seats. They don't need to be right in the thick of things. So we need to be mindful of how we arrange our tribe as well, what we give people access to, because in that inner circle, you got to know that everybody that's there is in it for you 100%, and you are there for them in the same way. That is that inner circle. And then as you venture out, you have connections with people for different reasons, for different things that you may be connected with them on. But you have the reason why you need to have that inner circle be, for you is because that inner circle is going to see you at your most vulnerable. That inner circle is going to be who lifts you up when you are at your lowest. That's going to be your cheerleaders. That's going to be your voice of reason sometimes and say, you know what? Nope, that's not a good idea. You probably shouldn't do that. That's who that group of people is going to be. And what you don't want is to find out in a moment of, weakness that this person don't have your back. Like they don't have your back. So be careful about how you arrange people in your tribe. One of the things that I hear very often, and I don't want to make this episode super long, but one of the things I hear and see a lot on social media is people wanting to create this tribe and not knowing where to find the people. And I can only speak for myself, but I'm going to share this tip, and I'm I can speak for more than myself because I've had conversations with other people about this. But basically, when you are looking for that tribe, when you're trying to figure out how to find that tribe, start within. Start within. And that may sound counterintuitive, like I'm already here. But what I found is as I became the person that I wanted to see in my tribe, the more, and it's a journey, it's a constant journey. We're always growing, we're always evolving, and there's no such thing as perfection. excuse me. But as I started to become more and more what I wanted to see for other people, then I started attracting like people. So if, a lot of people say they're looking for a mentor, they're looking for some guidance. I started mentoring. I started being that guidance. I started helping other people in the way that I wanted help when I was at their stage of the journey. I started being more open and more honest about what was going on with me or life experiences or sharing with people. I started working on myself. And in most instances, when I if something is not where I want it to be, I return to self. I always return to self because that is what I can control. I had a great conversation with somebody that's going to be an upcoming guest on the podcast, and we talked about that idea of self, like regardless of what's going on outside of you and what someone else may be doing, yourself is the only thing that you can control. So I started working on self and I started to become a better version of myself and not a different version and not being someone else, being more me than I had ever been, being more honestly me, being more openly me, being more vulnerably me. And that then started attracting other people who I wanted to be around, who I enjoyed their energy, who, I felt their energy. And so the reason why I'm sharing it is because at the time that I started feeling like I'm looking for my tribe, I want to find these people. Everybody says that these people are out here, and I keep finding these people that are not this, that are like, you still like on some high school stuff or, like some elitist stuff. I kept finding these people that weren't it, and I couldn't figure it out. And now that I've, especially, my journey, I do focus a lot on like positive energy, right? Now I can see it better because now I see people who are in my tribe, maybe not the inner circle, but are in my atmosphere, right? That I really like, but because of their energy, they can't quite make it to the inner circle, because now that I am in a different energy, that energy is draining. That energy is draining. And that's not anything negative about that person because at some point my energy was draining for someone else. You have to work on you and look within. And that's not just so you can find your tribe. That's just so you can get to that place of happiness and fulfillment. Because sometimes we are what's inhibiting our own happiness. We are, we're avoiding working through the things we need to work through. But I mean, that could be a whole episode by itself. But um work on you. Work on being more like that person that you are longing for, and take some long looks in the mirror and be really honest with yourself about whether or not you're that person. Because when I first started looking for those people that fit that mold, I was not that person. I was not that person. I had just reached the point of awareness that I didn't want to be around people that were like, X, Y, and Z. But I still was carrying a little X, Y, and Z with me. Maybe I had dropped Z, but I still had a little X. Like you have to work through those things to be able to be in the space with people who are working through those things. And, to give an example, because I'm definitely an analogy example girl. Okay, so think about we always talk about accountability partners, and I did an episode about accountability partners. I'm not a big fan of it. Um, for a particular reason, you have to go listen to the episode if you want to figure that out. But you may figure it out from this example. But okay, so let's use weight loss as a common thing. We commonly reach out to somebody and say, "Girl, let's do this together." Okay. And so in most cases, we both are like, quasi committed. And that's why we feel like, okay, we can get accountability partner and now we're gonna do it. The thing that we couldn't make ourselves do, we're gonna expect somebody else to make us do, right? So we're we're gonna do it. And then, we say we're gonna start on Monday and we're gonna, meet up every day and we're gonna do this thing and we're gonna support each other and we're gonna meal prep and we're gonna do whatever. And we start on Monday and by Wednesday we're not doing it anymore. Okay. By Wednesday we out having queso and margaritas, right? So it didn't work out. But we both were quasi committed and we both, you know, let it go that easily. Okay, but let's say you really come into it and you're like, you know what? I have, purchased my registration and I am going to run this marathon at the end of the year. And I am ready to go run this marathon. And so you start the journey and you might share with your friends, I'm doing this thing. And here comes, Taco Tuesday friend saying, well, come on, we gonna do it together. But if you are that person that is like legit committed and this is like, you have set the stage and this is like a hardcore goal, you've already registered for this race, you don't want to partner with this person that's like you is just jumping on the journey. They want to grab hold of what you of the stability that you're creating, but they're not bringing something to the table, right? Because they're just excited about being a part of it. And again, nothing against that person, but when you're focused and you're dedicated to something, you want to be in the space with other people that are dedicated. So you may go join a running club because you are focused and you want to get this thing done. So you join the running club because you're taking this seriously. You're not just having conversation. It's the same thing with the tribe. So we are, when we first start to see, we want things to look different, or we see other people in tribes that we want to have something similar, then, we get excited and we want to be there, but we haven't put the full commitment in yet. And the people over here that are in this serious tribe, they've put in the work, they put in the commitment, they've joined the running club, they have, put um their money down for to register for the race. They are committed. And so we have to become what we want. We have to become that person that is committed, that is dedicated, because again, these relationships are reciprocal. It's not just about you. It's not, we see people all the time come into spaces. Can you help me with this? And you never seen them before that. And you won't see them after that. It's not, it's a communal environment. A tribe is not just about you. It's about the collective. And so that's why people, you might say, "Oh, well, they didn't respond well to me," because it's a collective and it's sacred. So people don't want, you know, if you think back to Black Panther and when they were talking about whether or not they should open up Wakanda, and everybody was like, "Wait, hold up, who we letting in here?" It is something that has been built. It is something that becomes very sacred. So, I'm definitely not, team no new friends. I was at one point in my life, but that was before that was before getting into this journey. Um, I've met some remarkable people as I continue on my journey of growth. And I can't wait to see who else I meet on this journey because it's like every new person, I'm like, oh my God, wow, this is such a great person. Um, so start that journey if you haven't started it. If you have started it, continue to be to reflect back in. Stop projecting out. I can't find these people. Stop talking about the people you don't like and really reflect back in and say, what can I bring to the table so that I can create better relationships and I can attract better relationships in my life. So I'm gonna leave you with that. I got a busy day ahead, so I need to cut this short. But I want you to start looking at working on becoming a great tribe member. I want you to start building your tribe member application. And that starts with being genuine. That starts with, self reflection. That starts with healing the places that you're hurting. Because sometimes what they say, if you don't heal, you'll bleed over people who never hurt you. So you have to start there. Start with working on the you part. And you will start to see doors open, people pop up, relationships start to be built. And again, nobody's perfect. There will never be perfect. We will all just be imperfectly walking through this journey together. But find your tribe and find your people to walk through the journey with. All right, that's what I have for you guys today. I want to point out tomorrow starts um, the capable and confident journey, our challenge. We're going to be starting tomorrow. We're going to be working on that imposter syndrome and working on building that confidence so that we can walk in our purpose, so that we can do those things that we need to do to be successful and not be our own stumbling block. Part of that is creating community because it is a communal process. So part of that is creating community when you are in space together and you are vulnerable together, learning together, growing together. That is the easiest way to create community. So if you're not signed up for the challenge, go ahead and sign up for the challenge. I believe the doors open um, through Monday, even though it starts tomorrow. I'll leave the doors open through Monday because you will have enough time to catch up if you start then. Um, join the challenge. It's going to be a life-changing experience, and I want you to be in the room. I don't want you to miss out on it. Be there, join the challenge, and it will be in the show notes how you can connect. You can go to capableandconfident.com and sign up for the challenge. Get out there and work on building your tribe and your community. If you are looking for a place to start, you can always join. We have a private Facebook group. You can join the group and you can start there. You can find people who are a part of this community there, and you can begin to build from there. And they may be in the same space that you are right now, and you can figure out some things together. So that's what I have for you guys today. I will see you next week. And next week, we're going to have a special guest. So come back for that. And reminder, I did mention the accountability partner episode. Please go check that out. I'm not anti the concept. I just have reservations about it. So um check that out because I want you to also, just the way I want you to be a good tribe member, If you're going to say you're going to be an accountability partner, be a good accountability partner too. All right. See you guys next week. Thank you for listening to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I hope you got some great tips to start working with ease. Want to stay connected? Follow me at Your Workflow on Instagram. For more information about building your luxury brand, register for my upcoming luxury brand workshop at CoachDanniD.com.